Okay, so we're going to find trigonometric functions, and we're given an angle. So it says find sine t, cosine t, tangent t, secant t, cosecant t, and cotangent t. And then they tell us t is equal to pi over 6. Now, if you want to remember that that's 30 degrees, you can, but you can keep it pi over 6. I'm going to do that for my writing. So I'm going to try to go through these for you. So the sine of pi over 6, you might remember that one, it's 1/2. So that's a special angle that we know a little bit about. And we know that the sine is 1/2. We know the cosine of pi over 6 is square root of 3 over 2. So back when we were talking about special angles and sine and cosine, we established those. Okay? Now, what do they want? Tangent? Tangent t, let's see, where can I write this? Tangent t is equal to y over x. But that's the same thing as sine t over cosine t. So you could use that to help you if you wanted to, if you don't want to draw something out. So I can say the tangent of pi over 6 is equal to the sine of pi over 6 divided by the cosine of pi over 6, which is 1/2 over the square root of 3 over 2. Now think about, how you deal with fractions and division, and you're going to get that to be, well, I didn't reciprocal it, did I? I thought something looked odd. 2 over the square root of 3. There, that's the reciprocal. So you're taking this one and flipping it over and multiplying. Okay, so the 2's cancel, and you get 1 over the square root of 3, or rationalize the denominator. You'll get used to that. So if you're having trouble rationalizing the denominator, practice that. You're going to multiply by the square root of 3 in the numerator and denominator. That'll come up. Okay, so now we've done the tangent. Now they want the secant. Well, secant, that says SEC, of an angle is equal to 1 over x. But that's the same thing as 1 over the cosine of t. So we can use that as well. So secant pi over 6 is going to equal 1 over the cosine of pi over 6. But we know the cosine of pi over 6, so it's 1 over the square root of 3 over 2, which is going to be 2 over the square root of 3. And if I rationalize it, I'm going to get 2 times the square root of 3 over 3. Okay? So I've got this one. Oops, just ran right through it. That one is tangent. This one is secant. Now we got to do cosecant. But cosecant is equal to 1 over y, which is equal to 1 over the sine of t. So my cosecant t, or pi over 6, is equal to 1 over the sine of pi over 6, which is equal to 1 over 1/2, which is equal to 2. And then the last one, cotangent. Cotangent t, we said was x over y, but that's going to be cosine t over sine t. So when we know the sine and cosine, we can find the other 4. So cotangent of pi over 6 is going to equal cosine of pi over 6 over sine of pi over 6. And in our case, let's see, what was our cosine of pi over 6? Square root of 3 over 2. And our sine was 1/2. So you're going to have the square root of 3 over 2 times 2 over 1, or the square root of 3. Now, if those look familiar to you, that's what we had in the previous example, I believe. Okay, So that tells you if I know the sine and the cosine of pi over 6, I can find the other 4 trigonometric functions. That's also, pi over 6 is a 30-degree angle, so I can do it in degrees or I can do it in radians. Okay.